If you treat this single piece of chocolate or an unexpected slice of weekend pizza like a total biological failure, you are actively setting yourself up for kitchen burnout. Recently, we broke down the everyday healthy eating tips for busy lives in another Vital Cook video, showing you how low-friction convenience food can save your weeknight cooking. But today, we need to talk about the bigger picture. In this video, based on clinical behavioral studies, you are going to see why trying to eat perfectly clean at every single meal is a biological dead end. Let's be honest about what happens when you try to follow a flawless diet. You start Monday with 100% compliance, good intentions. But by Thursday, life hits hard. You are exhausted, decision fatigue takes over, and you eat a meal that wasn't on your plan. Because fitness culture has conditioned us to treat nutrition like an all or nothing test, your brain instantly panics. You think, well, I already ruined it, I might as well give up. And you slide straight into a guilt-fueled restrict-binge cycle. But here is the breakthrough science. Your biology does not calculate health in narrow 24-hour vacuum windows. World Health Organization and Harvard data consistently prove that your long-term health outcomes are driven entirely by your cumulative dietary pattern, not by isolated individual meals. Your body is a dynamic, highly adaptive ecosystem. It is built to buffer variation. This is where the 80-20 rule becomes your greatest health asset. Roughly 80% of your weekly meals should focus on repeatable, low-friction core structure validated by the health institutes. Leveraging healthy shortcuts like pre-cooked grains and canned beans makes this core baseline incredibly easy to hit without giving in to cooking fatigue. This 80% foundation creates a nutrient-dense, high-fiber baseline that fully stabilizes your blood sugar and satisfies your primary physiological need. Because the 80% foundation is so robust, it completely mitigates and compensates for the remaining 20%. That 20% is your strategic buffer. That is reserved for pizza nights, birthday cakes, convenience foods, or restaurant meals with family. When you intentionally build this flexibility into your weekly plan, behavioral nutrition data shows that you can completely eliminate the psychological restrict-binge cycle. You are practicing flexible restraint, and this clinically reduces stress-induced cortisol levels and drops your cognitive load to near zero. Your biology relies on a principle called metabolic hemostasis. Your liver, tissues, and bones do not look at a single plate of food as an isolated event. They operate on circulating nutrient pools and cellular storage systems. When you eat a balanced 80% baseline diet, rich in whole grains, fiber, and diverse plant chemicals, your liver stores structural reserves of essential micronutrients and fatty acids. If that 80% foundation is robust, your body easily develops those stored metabolic buffers to process the occasional 20% convenience meal. The biological drawback isn't the occasional slice of pizza. It's the chronic stress and elevated cortisol from dietary perfectionism that actually impairs your digestion and slows your metabolic efficiency. The single most critical metric of nutrition science is sustainability. A flexible, realistic eating pattern that you can happily maintain for 5 years will always do much more for your cellular health than a hyper-strict perfect diet that you end up quitting in 3 weeks. So stop chasing perfect meals and start building a repeatable, flexible system to support your health. If you are ready to ditch the food guilt and build a science-backed relationship with cooking, hit that like button and subscribe to join us here at Vital Cook.